Hello Artsy! Today we are going to make this Amigurumi pot. This is perfect for your plant projects like the different types of succulents or any other plant that you would like. I will leave a timestamp at the description so that you could skip on the part that you would like to watch. In this tutorial, I will be using 8-ply milk cotton yarn, a 4.5mm hook, a cardboard for the base which is optional, and then we will be using safety eyes and a pair of scissors. Now that we have all the materials set, let's now start for the base 1. Starting with the magic circle, we will be making 8 single crochets. If you are not yet familiar on making a magic circle, I will leave a link on the tutorials on the basic stitches. So go ahead and make 8 single crochets in a magic circle. So I prefer making 8 single crochets at base because it makes the amigurumi project flat. As I always say on my tutorials, make sure you are counting your base 1 before closing your magic circle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have your 8 stitches, you can now close your magic ring to form a circle. And that's the end of base 1. For base 2, we are making 8 increases. So an increase means we are going to make 2 single crochets on the same stitch. So this project is done in continuous round. So for base 2, go ahead and make 2 single crochets on each stitches. So you would be making a total of 8 increases. By the end of base 2, you already have 16 single crochets. Pause this video and work on your increases, and I'll let you see how it looks like at the end of this base. So this is how it looks like at the end of base 2, and now we're ready to proceed with base 3. For base 3, all we have to do is make a single crochet on the next stitch and then an increase on the next stitch, and we are going to do this 8 times. At the end of this base, we have a total of 24 single crochets. So work on your base 3, take a pause of this video, and I'll meet you right back up at the end of the base and let you see how it looks like. Here's the end of base 3. You should be able to have a total of 24 single crochets. Now for base 4, it's still an increasing round, so all we have to do is make single crochets on the next 2 stitches. That's 1 and 2, and then an increase on the 3rd stitch. So make an increase, and we are going to make this 8 times for the base. At the end of base 4, we should be able to have a total of 32 single crochets. So here's how it looks like at the end of your base 4. It should look like this. And now we are ready to proceed with the last base, which is base 5. For base 5, all we have to do is make single crochets on the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and then an increase on the next stitch. Again, same as previous rounds, this is done 8 times, so that at the end of base 5, we have a total of 40 single crochets. So go ahead, pause this video and work on your base 5, and I'll let you see how it looks like at the end of this base. Here's how it looks like at the end of base 5. And before we start with the rounds to make the body of the pot, we first have to measure the base for the cardboard. So go ahead and get your cardboard. This is an optional round. I normally do this so that the pots have a flat base and it can stand firmly. So this is optional if you wanted to do this. Make a shape of your base, then cut the cardboard, and then keep it for our use later. So now we're going to make the body of the pot. If you want to make a bigger pot, you can add additional base stitches depending on the size, but now we are going to stop at base 5. And now we are going to work on the body of the amigurumi pot, and this is also a continuous round. Make sure for this round we are making our single crochets on the back loops only of the stitches, so that your single crochet would somehow stand on the body. So go ahead and make your single crochets around for back loop only. The advantage of making this back loop only for round 1 is that your single crochets would stand a bit compared to your base, which is the bottom of your pot. So we are now going to make the body. So while making your single crochets around, make sure to push your single crochets inwards so that we could already shape your amigurumis into the body of the pot. So go ahead and make single crochet around, so that's 40 stitches in back loops only. And that is for round 1. At the end of round 1, you should be able to see that your single crochets have lifted. There, you can see I'm trying to push it inwards. And this is how it looks like at the end of round 1. So the base have lifted to make the body of your pot. Now for rounds 2 to 7, which is my favorite round, you just have to single crochet around to build the body of your pot. Now I want it to be 6 additional rows only, but if you want your pot to be taller, so you can go ahead and add additional rounds. But for this pattern, we will end at round 7. Here's how it looks like at the end of round 7, and now we're ready to put our safety eyes. Again, if you want to make it taller, you can go ahead and continue this round. But for now, we're going to stop here and then insert our safety eyes. For the safety eyes, I'm using 8 mm safety eyes, and I'm going to insert it on the in-between rounds 3 and 4. So go ahead and insert them and make it around 3 to 4 stitches apart. So this is how it looks like with the safety eyes. Once you're done with the safety eyes, reinsert your hook into the project, and now we're going to make the round 8, which is a half double crochet, this time on front loop only. So to make a half double crochet, all you have to do is yarn over once, insert your hook on front loop only, pull up a loop. You will now have 3 loops on your hook, and then pull through on all the loops. So that's how you make a half double crochet. It's slightly similar to, it's in between your double crochet and single crochet. So again, yarn over once, insert your hook on the front loop only, pull up a loop, and pull through all the 3 loops on your hook. Go ahead and continue this round, and I'll let you see how it looks like at the end of round 8. Pause this video and I'll meet you at the end of round 8. And this is how it looks like by the end of this round. I just folded it so you would see and appreciate how it looks like if we do it in half double crochets. So we did it in front loop only so that your back loop only could be the source of your stitches when you stitch your plant. And now we're ready to continue for round 9. All we have to do is make slip stitches around all your project, and then this is how it looks like after all the slip stitch. Then all you have to do is fold again your work so that it would look like this. It adds a texture at the top of your amigurumi pot. Now all you have to do is insert the cardboard that we cut earlier. So don't forget that you have a safety eyes just like this one. So I forgot that there's a safety eyes. You should insert it below the safety eyes just like that. And now you're done. So you just have to fix it a bit, and congratulations, you just finished your amigurumi pot. You can actually try it in different colors like this one. I had tried it in different shade, and I hope you would be able to make one, and feel free to tag me on Instagram and Facebook once you finish this project. Thank you so much. Bye bye.